ease. So that's not a problem. Fine. So Article 17 that contains that has two paragraphs. 17.1 and 17.2. 17.1 and 17.2. Right? Okay. So we have the same diagram. We have R and we have S. X is the resident of. So I'm talking about 17.1, right? X is the resident of state R. X is the resident of state R. Obviously a natural person. The resident of state R, and just assume that he is an entertainer or sports person or musician. We'll talk something about that, but then these terms are to be understood in their plain meanings. So entertainer, you can have who can be an entertainer? Entertainer can be someone who is acting in a theater, theater artist, movie artist, radio artist, motion picture artist. He can be an entertainer. Sports person, all these sports person, all sports, and then but sports also includes what? Chess players. They are also athletes, and chess is also a very high profile game, very brainy. Chess, right? Sports persons, entertainers, and musicians. Obviously, orchestra, flautists, violinists. So entertainers, musicians, and sports persons in the widest connotation that you can understand. So this resident, he's an entertainer, musician, or sports person. Fine. Okay. So he goes to state S. So he's the resident. He goes to state S, stage number 2, and he is physically going there. And he is performing a concert. For, just assume that he or she is a musician or a performer. Taylor Swift or Rihanna or Adele, so many big names. So he goes in state S and he performs. Right? I mean, his activities, he exercises his activities in state S. Remember Article 15. Salaries, wages, and other similar remuneration derived by the exercise of his employment. So 15 was employment, that is why the employment was being exercised. As far as this musician is concerned, he is not employed. I mean, just for sake, you can assume this. But then he is also exercising. His physical activities. This is the point. Fine. So he is present in state S and he is performing. So he is exercising his physical activities. Right? Because of this, his concert is attended by a large crowd, and obviously he would gain. He performs, so he goes there, he performs. Stage number 3, he performs activities, and then as a result of this, income. He derives income. Fine. Under these conditions, 17.1 will say that under these conditions, S may tax this income. Very simple. So you'll have that in stage number 4, S may tax. This is your 17.1, sorry. This is your 17.1. Fine. 17.1, if you will read, this is the basic structure. But then in commentary, when we will read that, there are further nuances or further expansion. You see that this is the example which I gave you, that he is performing, a particular artist, a specific artist is going, he is performing, and the income is accruing to him directly. You see this arrow, income is flowing to him. There can also be another situation wherein the income doesn't go directly to him. For example, orchestra party, a musical troupe, troupe. Orchestra party, orchestra has a number of musicians. you have flautists, flutes, you have violinists, you have cello player, that big one, drummers. So you have a full party, and then you have an orchestra party. So it is also possible that he is one of those several performers, several musicians. There are others as well. And therefore the income from ticket sales, whatever it is, income from ticket sales is not directly, it is not directly accruing to him, but it is accruing, income is accruing to this orchestra party. Orchestra party, ORCH, orchestra party. Income is directly accruing to orchestra party, and then all these musicians, they are paid salaries. They are paid monthly salaries or weekly salaries or whatever it is. Fine. So this orchestra party, it pays this X, a certain amount. So 17.1, the scope of 17.1 also covers this income. So 17.1 can tax this as well, because ultimately this is the income which is being paid to this X. So 17.1 will say, the commentary part, that this is definitely covered. This is directly from the text of 17.1, that whenever a resident of state R goes to state S, he performs and he derives income, then S may tax this income. But in addition to this, this is also covered, because if you would see that even in this case, although the income is not directly flowing to this orchestra, to X, income is flowing to this orchestra party. Orchestra party is paying him the salary, and obviously this payment is because he is exercising his performance. He is physically performing. So meaning to say that 17.1 takes care of both these situations. I hope 17.1 is the structure and the explanation is clear to everyone. Yes.